Despite Russian President Vladimir Putin's pledge late last month to withdraw some forces from Syria, Fox News has learned the opposite is taking place now. In the past 2 weeks, Russia has sent 24 T-55 battle tanks, 4 Su-25 attack jets, 15 housing units, and hundreds of artillery rounds into Syria. But Russia is not the only country deploying forces. National security correspondent Jennifer Griffin has the latest from the Pentagon on what the U.S. military is sending to Europe.
It's the first time U.S. troops have been stationed in Norway since World War II. 300 U.S. Marines arrived Monday to begin winter training with a NATO ally that shares an Arctic border with Russia. Last week, 3,500 American soldiers from the 4th Infantry Division deployed to Poland to ease European allied concerns about Russian expansion. At the Atlantic Council today, in her last remarks as UN ambassador, Samantha Power accused Russia of tearing down the current world order.
For years, we have seen Russia take one aggressive and destabilizing action after another.
General James Mattis, the nominee for Defense Secretary, testified during his confirmation hearing last week that Russian President Vladimir Putin is trying to break NATO.
NATO, from my perspective, having served once as a NATO Supreme Allied Commander, is the most successful military alliance probably in modern world history, maybe ever.
A view at odds with that of President-elect Donald Trump, who told European newspapers Sunday, quote, "I said a long time ago that NATO had problems. Number one, it was obsolete because it was designed many, many years ago. Number two, the countries weren't paying what they're supposed to pay." Last year, Russia questioned another NATO training exercise in Norway. 16,000 troops from 12 countries took part in cold response, the largest winter exercise since Soviet times. When U.S. soldiers arrived in Poland last week, the U.S. ambassador had a clear message.
This force embodies America's ironclad commitment to honor our NATO treaty obligation to defend our NATO allies.
President-elect Trump has said the U.S. will no longer foot the bill for NATO. Only 5 of the 28 members spend the required 2% of GDP on their defense budgets, an issue first raised by U.S. Defense Secretary Robert Gates. Brett?
Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon. Jennifer, thank you. Fox News.